When is the right time to do something simple, and when should you do something crazy and out there? Because there is a time for both, and today I want to answer that question. I've got two pieces from one of our favorite brands on the channel, Enfants, Deprimes. I would say one of their simplest pieces and one of their actually wildest when you look at it. Both of these are kind of fall-winter type of pullover pieces, but they couldn't be more different. I have got a black graphic hoodie here, very simple graphic hoodie, but very interesting stuff here. But again, this is about as simple as it gets. But then I've also got a sweater, which is one of the craziest, most interesting knits they have ever done. So both of these pieces have a reason to exist. Both of them are worthwhile in their own way, but they really exemplify the two different directions that you can go in when you're building your style. So we are going to take a look at both of these pieces, look close up at the details, and then we'll try them on, throw some fits together, see how they feel, what the sizing's like, all of that good stuff. So without further ado, let's dive in. If you want reasonably priced, really good clothing, check out my Grailed, link is in the description. So this is our simple piece by Enfants Deprimes, the black psychic hoodie. And you can see right off the bat, it is about as straightforward as it gets. So the ways that they need to engage me as a consumer to keep me interested and make me want to buy this is more specific stuff in terms of the fit, the cut of it, the fabrication, how well is it made. All of these things become incredibly important. The most defining piece of this hoodie is, of course, the graphic print across the front. And it's actually done really interestingly. It has a very vintage type of feel to it, because if you get in close here, you can see that it lays essentially completely flat against the fabric. Most screen prints, they sit like a layer of pigment on top, but this was done with such, I'm guessing, a small amount of ink that it soaked right into the weave of the hoodie, so it lays as flat as humanly possible, and you can even see the weave within the print. The graphic itself with the psychic all caps print, stars on either side, it's striking. It's a conversation starter. When people see it, it does have an effect, which is helpful. It doesn't keep it completely simple. And another key part of this is the raglan sleeves. So you can see these really nice, it's almost like piped seams here. If you take a look, here's the neck, and then it comes down this folded over seam at the shoulder for the raglan sleeve. Not all hoodies are constructed like this. It's a more old school type of construction, which again keeps it a little bit visually interesting while being so simple. So pulling it out a little bit, you can see the sleeve right there. It gives it a more flattering cut kangaroo pocket right at the front with a sort of vintage look to it, I would say. Of course, you get a hood. It's crossed over itself right there. Again, all of these little details add up. If you're doing something simple, it had better be made well, and all of these little touches are just perfect, honestly. The interior of this is extremely soft and comfortable. They've done a great job there. And the cuffs and hem are ribbed too, so they grab you nice and tight. It's really everything you could want in a hoodie. And the back of this is even more simple than the front. You can see that this hoodie silhouette is something that they have dialed in for years at this point. You know, the same thing they've used on other iconic hoodies like the Goth Girl hoodie. It works for a reason. Again, the little details matter. At the brand tag at the back of the neck here, you get a little lining around the back of the neck with this like herringbone fabric, a kind of nod to the fabrication of their early neck tags. And then inside the piece here, you get the care tags, which actually the size tag sits off to the right of it. This is a small, and we'll talk more about sizing later. It is 100% cotton, no surprises there. And anyone who's into E.R.D also won't be surprised by the fact that it is made in the USA, as pretty much all of their, more streetwear type stuff is. So we'll see how this looks in a fit, but we've also got to see what it's going to be competing against our more wild knit. So this is the Star logo knit crew neck sweater, and it really is the polar opposite of that psychic hoodie in so many ways. So you've got this wild intarsia knit here. I believe that's the style of knit that's being used here. Probably the biggest similarity is the star, the most like superficial element. and you've got this two-tone split logo knit into it. There's so much here. Where do we begin? Let's look at the knit itself. So it is a crazy semi-open knit, I would say. Like if I get my hand in there, you can see my skin tone coming through it, and that holds true when you wear it if you don't have an undershirt on, which I think is actually a really cool look. You'll notice it is absurdly fuzzy, and that's because the fabrication, so that hoodie was just straight up a cotton hoodie. This is anything but. On our care tags here, we can see this one's a medium, and get ready for this fabrication. It is 65% kid mohair and 35% spun silk. That's like as high end as it gets in so many ways. The knit here is insane. Still though, made in the USA, which is impressive. I didn't even know there were people making spun silk and mohair knits left in the United States, so props to them for finding it, if they don't do it themselves in studio, which I also wouldn't be surprised by. Oh, there you go. You can really see how sheer it is, how open it is at this piece right here. So this is just insane. The fit, it's nice and relaxed. It's kind of like a grungy sort of style, like very 90s, I would say. But you still get a different type of almost like ribbed mesh knit for the cuffs and the hem, so it still grabs you. It's still giving you that effect. The shoulders are pretty squared off though and kind of dropped, you can see. And it's this nice thick neckline here, double layered and quite wide. That's quite an open neckline. And this is from spring summer 22. E.R.D. has just kept getting more and more like luxurious as time has gone on, I would say. And we can see, I believe this came from a patron of the new, and the retail price on this was $17.15. Yeah, so these materials are expensive and E.R.D. makes them even more so. So this piece is loud. It's kind of wild, but it plays really well into my personal punk aesthetic that I'm always going for with pieces that I wear. So I don't know which one of these I'm more excited for. I think we've got to try them on and see which one works better. So like I said, two pieces that couldn't be more different here, but both under the banner of the same brand and similar aesthetics. But now I'm so excited because it is time to try them on, but we cannot try these on without having some fits to build around them. So let's see what we've got here. I think we're gonna do something similar, but still slightly different for both of these. So you're getting the commonalities, but also the differences. So for both looks, we're gonna do these ripped up, skinny, big E Levi's, and that'll be super solid for both of them. For the hoodie, the simple look, we are going to do the dark shadow turbo dark Converse. But for the sweater, we're gonna go much more luxurious, much like these fabrications here, with the E.R.D. zip-up Stomper boots. And then for both of them, we can use similar jewelry, the same Supreme undercover studded hat to finish them off, and let's see what happens. All right, first up is the hoodie look, the Psychic hoodie. This is just as low-key and wearable as it gets. Like, this is the, just going out to the grocery store, if you know, you know. Oh, little old me, yeah, it's just me with my $1,000 hoodie and Rick Owens collab shoes. No big deal, But literally, I would wear this any day of the week, anywhere on earth, and feel good in it. Is it breaking new ground? No, it really isn't. It is just simple, well-made streetwear, but the cut is perfect. And by the way, big thanks to Ariel, a viewer of the channel, for hooking me up with this hoodie, making this available to me. I hope I pronounced your name right. Thank you again. But really, the key part of this is the cut. You can tell they've dialed it in very, very well and very meticulously, because this is tagged a size small, but the fit is probably more like a true to size large, and that's the way they want it to be. They expect that a smaller person, a skinnier person, whatever, like me, who normally wears smalls, they're gonna buy this in a small, and it's gonna have a very particular, very considered, oversized, relaxed fit that is accentuated by the raglan sleeves. So this one I just feel super comfortable in, and it's a great addition, especially as colder weather comes in. And now as for the more intricate, more outwardly impressive look this knit sweater in kid mohair and spun silk. I don't even know what those things mean. I mean, kid mohair, I'm assuming that's from a young animal, right? And spun silk, it's not single strands they spit. I'm just spitballing here. I'm just guessing. All I know is that it sounds expensive. That's like the most brain dead thing I've ever said on this channel. I'm being facetious, kind of. But this look, you just make a couple tweaks, right? You switch out the hoodie for this really high-end sweater. You switch out the shoes for these maybe even more high-end boots, which are literally probably my favorite footwear I own. And suddenly the look is in a very different place. It's still street style, it's still street wear. Like, this is not a formal or dressy kind of look, but it is very clearly making a statement of like, I am trying to pull a fit to some degree here. But at the same time, it's still very comfortable, very wearable, and would fit in a variety of different life situations. The feel, of course, with these fabrications is incredible, but the fit is similarly very oversized. Like, this one's tagged a medium, it's really more like a true to size extra large. You can see the length of the sleeves, the length of the body, how kind of billowy and open it is. It has that very 90s relaxed fit grunge style that they're clearly going for here, and is right up my alley in terms of style. I love it. Alright, that's the video. Let me know in the comments which one of these pieces you prefer. Are you a simple guy or are you a crazy boy? Take a look at the other video on screen here, subscribe to my channel, like this video, and I'll see you next time.